This is breaking news from 4 News Now.
Good afternoon for 4 News Now. I'm Rob King. We were planning to do the KXly-Plus Daily Rundown, but there is breaking news out of Lewiston right now, where it looks like construction crews this morning were digging a trench near the walking path under Memorial Bridge in North Lewiston, and they believe they had discovered a skull and bones. So Lewiston Police Department was called out to that area where they are investigating possible human remains there. In a statement from Lewiston Police, that area is obviously closed for the foreseeable future as they conduct this investigation. This is just breaking within the last couple of hours, and details are still very limited right now. So we will try to get as much information as we can and then bring that to you in 4 News Now at 5. So again, that is breaking news out of Lewiston, where police are investigating possible human remains. Now we'll transition into our normal KXLY Plus Daily Rundown, and as that begins most days with weather. And it's good news, as things are going to start to warm up a little bit warmer today than it was yesterday. That Arctic air has mostly moved out of the area, and some of that snow on our cars is beginning to melt, and that should get better through the rest of the week and into the weekend, where it's going to get into the low 40s, upper 30s, as well as, but expect some possible snow and rain mix, rain in the valley, snow in the mountains for the weekends. But fortunately, that warming trend should keep that from sticking too poorly. Moving into some of the top stories that the 4 News Now team is working on. There's going to be some rumor dispelling today. We have a couple different stories that require rumor dispelling. One of them is going to be out of Airway Heights, where a Facebook post was going viral in that a woman claimed there was a colleague of hers who knew somebody that discovered a piece of paper on their car in a Walmart parking lot that had been laced with fentanyl and ketamine. The Airway Heights Police Department had to come out with a statement saying that that's just not true. No one reported anything like that to Walmart. No one reported anything like that to the police department, even though the post claimed both things had happened. So Airway Heights is wanting people to, well, be careful when you are out in parking lots. Keep your head on a swivel, but don't think that people are doing this kind of drugging with fentanyl and ketamine. Another rumor that we're looking to dispel, Jordan Smith is looking at where there were reports that sex offenders are going to be released just randomly back into the area. Now, this is complicated because it's partly true and partly not true. There were reports that McNeil Island, a federal penitentiary out on the west side of the state, was closing permanently, and that appears to be not true at this time. There's also a process that when sex offenders are released back in the community following their sentences that they still have to go through. So Jordan Smith will have the details in 4 News Now at 5 as to what is really happening in this case. Also, city officials were out at Camp Hope today. Bronte Sorotsky will have the latest. They held a press conference. They do some of these semi-regularly as they give updates on Camp Hope as they continue to work to close it. Now, a closure date has not been put in place yet, but as they release their point-in-time count, those numbers are dwindling every week. As you can see from this graphic, they counted approximately 124 people remain in the camp, which is down. At one point, it was over 600 people in the summer. So again, there's now 78 tents, 17 RVs, 2 vehicles. All those numbers are falling from the previous week. They are planning to start to shrink the fencing area, and people who are living along the southern fence of Camp Hope are being advised and having to move as they work to get people into permanent housing. But they are in the next couple of weeks going to shrink that fencing, but no date to permanently close the camp has been set yet. Also, Destiny Richards had a story earlier today where the local Spokane chapter of the NAACP has named a new president, and that is Curtis Robinson. Now, Mr. Robinson had been president prior in this chapter several years ago, and he's going to replace Keonta Duncan, who resigned Monday. And so Robinson is now the new president of the local NAACP chapter in Spokane. So we'll have all those stories and more coming up in 4 News Now at 5. Don't forget, you can always get the latest in breaking news whenever we have it on the 4 News Now app on your mobile device or on kxly-plus, the free 24/7 streaming app on Apple TV, Roku, Fire Stick, all your connected TVs. And that's where you can find out the latest of what's going on. But for now, live in the KXLY Plus Digital News Center, I'm Rob King, 4 News Now.